that is calling us by grace.
ó jẹ́ Ọlọ́run ló ń pè wá nípa orí ọ̀fẹ́.
And when he calls us by grace,
nígbà tó bá pè wá nípa orí ọ̀fẹ́.
because you already know what you are going to become.
tóró tí mo ti ọ́ dà.
So when we are passing through that village and we are messing up and do all sort of, it's just watching us.
nígbà tí a bá ń ṣe gẹ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tá kàn ṣe bó ṣe wà yín Ọlọ́run kan wò wá ni.
When this man, evangelist Kayode Williams,
nígbà tí arákùnrin wòlíì Káyọ̀dé Williams.
I'm very sure many of you have heard about him.
mo wà pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ aláti gbọ́ nípa rẹ̀.
If during his conversion, or probably the very first time he got converted, if he come to this church and seated by your side and you recognize that this is Kayode Williams, I'm sure many of you will not accept him.
ká ní ọjọ́ tàbí àkókò tó gbàgbọ́ yẹn tí ó wá tó jókòó lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tó wà yìí gbọ̀ntí àti dáhùn pé Káyọ̀dé Williams ní ògbójú
Many of you want to run out.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ á fẹ́ sá lọ.
Or if there's any repentant Boko Haram that you know,
tàbí a rí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Boko Haram kan tí a mọ̀ tó yí padà.
you will want to run away from that
a
person.
fẹ́ máa sá fún ni.
Because you don't want to believe in the calling.
torí àgbàgbọ́ pọ̀ ti yí padà.
But you have forgotten that when God meets with such person,
ṣùgbọ́n àwọn àgbẹ̀ tọ́lọ́ máa ti bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn pàdé.
he has been transformed.
a rí i pé ó ti gba ìyípadà.
So there is no one that can rise on isolation.
kò sẹ́ni tó lè dádìde lóun nìkan.
And it is essential to seek godly input from others.
ó ti ṣe pàtàkì kí a wá àwọn ìmọ̀ràn lọ́dọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn Ọlọ́run.
Those called by God are taught by him.
àwọn tí a ti pọn Ọlọ́run pè nípasẹ̀ yẹn láti kọ́ wọn.
And those that call themselves are taught by themselves.
àwọn tí ó sì pe ara wọn fúnra wọn náà
That is
kọ́
the
ara
difference
wọn.
between those people that are called by God
eléyìí ni ìyàtọ̀ láàrin àwọn tí a pè látọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run
and those people that call themselves.
àti àwọn tó yẹ pé fúnra wọn náà pera wọn.
These are the differences.
eléyìí ni ìyàtọ̀.
And I want you to know that there is nobody that rises in isolation.
kò dẹ̀ sẹ́nìkan tó yẹ pé ònìkan fúnra ló dádìde.
If we look at the story of this man we are talking about, Saul converted to Paul,
arákùnrin táwọn sọ nípa rẹ̀ tí a pè ní Sọ́ọ̀lù tó di Pọ́ọ̀lù.
you realize that even though that God has he knows what is going to become right from the womb,
ẹ rí i pé Ọlọ́run ti mọ ohun tí yóò dà láti inú oyún.
he was only waiting for the right time.
ó kàn dúró de àkókò tí yóò fara
And when
hàn
the
ni.
right time came,
nígbà tí àkókò tó wá dé
God arrested him.
Ọlọ́run wá gbà á mú.
Not that alone.
kì í ṣe léyìn nìkan.
He had to pass through some tutelage.
ó ní láti la àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ kan kọjá.
I always know that these days when you look at those old men of God,
mo máa ń wò pé náà kò tẹ́ bá wo àwọn ìránṣẹ́ ọ̀nà tó ti di àgbàlagbà.
you find that they will always tell you that they have done what you call tule somewhere.
you see ẹ rí i pé wọ́n máa ń sọ pé àwọn ti ṣe túlẹ̀ níbì kan.
That means they have gone through some tutelage.
ìyẹn ni pé wọ́n ti la àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ kan kọjá.
But you see some psychedelic ministers of God today
tẹ́ bá wo àwọn ìránṣẹ́ ọ̀nà kan ayé òde òní.
who has not passed through anything,
àwọn tí wọn ò tiẹ̀ la kankan kọjá.
and that is why you see them talking out of context.
ẹ rí i pé ìsọkúsọ náà máa ń sọ jáde.
And those people that follow them are just like them.
àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé wọn náà wọ́n dàbí wọn.
In the case of Paul,
nípa ti Pọ́ọ̀lù.
you realize that he passed through some tutelage.
a rí i pé ó la àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ ìpìlẹ̀ kan kọjá.
Despite the fact that God has ordained
bí ó
him.
lè jẹ́ pé nítòótọ́ Ọlọ́run ti yàn án.
And part of those people you see Ananias there,
lára àwọn láti rí Ananiah,
the apostles,
àwọn apọ́sítélì
and some other people like that.
àti àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Like I mentioned earlier,
mo sọ ṣáájú
a church will always play a role.
ìjọ ó ní ipa tí yóò ṣe.
And that is the case when I mentioned the man Kayode Williams the other time.
nígbà tí wọ́n sọ nípa Káyọ̀dé Ìgbìlẹ̀ nígbà náà
Or any
lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
repentant Boko Haram man that just walk into this place
tàbí
now.
a rí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Boko Haram tó wá darapọ̀ mọ́ tó ti yí padà.
It is the responsibility of the church
ó jẹ́ ojúṣe ìjọ
to embrace him.
láti tẹ́wọ́ gbà á.
Let's forget whatever must have gone through in the
kí á
past.
gbà gbogbo tó ṣe sẹ́yìn.
But in as much as believe that as through conversion,
torí pé a ti gbàgbọ́ pé nítòótọ́ ló jẹ́ ẹni tó ti gbàgbọ́ nítòótọ́.
and we need to help his weakness.
kí á sì máa ran ìlera rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́.
We need to help his weakness.
ká láti máa ran ìlera rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́.
We need to work his weakness.
ká máa ran ìlera rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́.
So, peradventure, there's anybody
bóyá bí a bá ti rí ẹnikẹ́ni
that you still know that is struggling for one thing or the other today.
tí a mọ̀ bóyá ó ń la ṣe làálàá kankan kọjá lónìí.
Maybe you see him that is still not following God's direction.
bóyá wò pé kò mọ tẹ̀lé Ọlọ́run
I
dáradára.
see those people that when you see them, in fact, many a times when we go for evangelism from Sunday school, there are some people who give them tracts, they will throw it away. Some people will accept it. Some people will use it to clean their excreta when they do the toileting or whatever. There are many people like that.
àmìíràn wà tó jẹ́ pé tábà lọ ṣe ìjẹ́rìí ọkàn tá a fún wọn ní ìwé ìléwọ́ tó ní Ọlọ́run nínú ẹlẹ́mìí àgbà kan jùlẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mìí àti ẹ̀fín nòdì.
Some people will even reject outrightly.
ẹlẹ́mìí àti ẹ̀kọ́ sí yín lọ́rùn.
Don't be discouraged.
ẹ má jẹ́ kó ẹ
And
má
if
jẹ́ kékeré
if
dá
you
wa.
have any stubborn child within your vicinity,
tẹ́ bá sì rí bóyá ẹnìkan tó jẹ́ alágídí láwùjọ yín.
you don't need to neglect somebody like
ẹ má
that.
jẹ́ ká kọ̀ wọ́n sílẹ̀
You
ká
need
sá
to
wọn
continue
tì.
to pray for him.
ẹ jẹ́ à ń gbàdúrà fún
I
wọn.
have somebody in my class.
mo lẹ́nìkan nínú ìrẹ́kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mi.
He happened to be a Muslim.
ó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí.
It was the husband that converted her.
ọkọ rẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kó di kìrìsìtẹ́nì.
And they started coming to the church.
wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni wọ́n sílé ìjọsìn.
And one day she came late to the
ọjọ́
church.
kan ó wá pẹ́ dé ilé ìjọsìn.
And I asked, but you have not been coming late.
mo wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé o tí mo wá sílé ìjọsìn.
And she now said,
ó wá wí pé
as she was about coming,
bó ṣe máa bọ̀ báyìí
the husband said,
ọkọ rẹ̀ wí pé
you have to cook for me.
o ní láti dáná fún
You
mi.
have to do this for me.
o ní láti ṣe eléyìí fún mi.
He said, this church you are going to,
ìjọ tó ń lọ yìí gan.
we have done all this before.
àwa gan ṣe gbélé sẹ́yìn.
I was once a choir.
èyígbà kan mo jẹ́
I
akọrin.
once belonged to an evangelical
mo
group.
máa ń ṣe ìjèrè ọkàn tẹ́lẹ̀
I
tẹ́lẹ̀.
once go out with people to minister.
mo máa ń lọ láti
So we have done that before.
gbogbo láti
All
sẹ́yìn.
this one you are doing that is shocking you.
gbogbo tó ń ṣe yìí tó
Relax
jẹ́
yourself.
ó dàbí ẹ pé.
Is that the word of encouragement or word of discouragement?
ṣé eléyìí jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń bu àtẹ́síyàn lọ́kàn àbí tó
That
ń
is
bú yàn
expected
sọ́kàn
from
sókè.
somebody that converted his wife from
Ẹni
Islamic
tí-
religion to Christian
àwọn
religion.
ìrètí ló jẹ́ pé òun nípasẹ̀ láti gba aya rẹ̀ sínú kìrìsìtẹ́nì.
But I told the lady,
wọ́n sọ fún arábìnrin náà
don't bother yourself.
má jẹ́ kí ó dán sọ
Continue
lọ́kàn
in like manner
máa tẹ̀síwájú
forge
náà
ahead.
máa tẹ̀síwájú
And we continue to pray for you.
á máa gbàdúrà fún
So
ọ.
if you have anybody within your vicinity
tẹ́bárí nìkan tó wà ní àgbègbè yín
and they are you are still believing God for such people,
tí àṣírí kí ọlọ́run kó dá wọn
they are
lé
still struggling,
tí ó sì ń là kàkà
they are still passing through difficult parts,
tí ó ń la àkókò tó le
we don't
kọjá
need to discourage them.
ẹ má jẹ́ kí adùn tutù wọn
We
lọ́kàn
don't need to distance ourselves from them.
ẹ má jẹ́ ká yàgò fún wọn
All we need to do
ohun tá láti ṣe
is to keep praying for them.
ká gbàdúrà fún
And
wọn
I believe as we continue to pray for them,
lọ́dà bí a sì gbàdúrà fún wọn
change will definitely come.
ìyípadà yóò wá.
And I will tell you that they are going to exercise their potentials.
màá sọ fún yín pé ohun tá a dá mọ́ wọn ó mú wá sí
Because
ìṣe.
many of those people who are saying,
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń rí yẹn
they have potential.
wọ́n ní àwọn
They
àdámọ́
have
ńlá
great potential.
wọ́n ní àwọn ọ̀dámọ́
Many of them are great ministers of God.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ni wọ́n yóò jẹ́
Many of them are going to do exploit for God.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni yóò ṣe rere
But what
lọ́jọ́
they are
iwájú
passing through right
ṣùgbọ́n
now,
tó ń kọjá báyìí
we should not discourage them.
kò yẹ kí ọ̀nà tutù wọn
I
lọ́kàn.
told somebody when we were preparing for this lesson,
mo sọ fún ẹni nígbà tá à ń ṣe ètò ẹ̀kọ́
I
yìí
once asked a little boy,
mo ní ọmọ ọkùnrin kan
nígbà tó wà ní kékeré tí wọ́n bá ná fọ́ windscreen mọ́tò ó máa wà lára wọn.
when he was younger when they said that they bring the windscreen of a car I was asking is part
tí
of
wọ́n bá
them
ní wọ́n ha mọ́tò ó máa wà lára wọn.
if it's better that they scratch a car it will be part of them
tó bá wọ white wá church láàrin 10 minutes gbogbo àti di
if
red.
he dress in white to church within 10 minutes become red.
I got worried to the extent that I had to take him to counselors.
To the point mo ní láti mo lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn tó gba níyànjú.
Mommy, what is wrong with this child?
màmá kí ló ń ṣe ọmọkùnrin gan náà.
He said there's nothing wrong with
wọ́n ní
him.
kò tó tó ṣe é.
Just continue to pray for
máa
him.
gbàdúrà fún un.
Today, if you leave him in a room,
lónìí tẹ bá bá nípa lọ
if he's not going to go out for 1 week,
tí wọ́n ní kò ní jáde fún ọ̀sẹ̀ kan
nobody can force him out.
kò sẹ́ni tí ó ní.